Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese. Chinese pot, Chinese pot.
Hello everybody, welcome to Chinese Pod. I'm Joy.
And I'm Joe.
And today we're going to talk about tone changes. We also had another series about tone changes.
And there we talked, for example, about a rule which is two third tones being together, and then we changed the first third tone to the second tone. And we will talk a little bit more about this one because there's some more we want to tell you.
Especially today, we're going to talk about ordering food. Let's check out the dialogue.
老板，我想点水饺，
小姐，你想要几碗？
给我2碗好了，
还要什么？
再给我一盘炒米粉。老板，我想点水饺，
小姐，你想要几碗？
给我2碗好了，
还要什么？
再给我一盘炒米粉。
Hey, Tom!
Oh, Tammy, how's it going?
Ni hao, ni hao. How's your Chinese coming along?
Well, I gave up.
真的吗? Chinese pod no longer?
Well, really, I was so busy, I didn't have the time.
Not the time. You don't have 90 seconds per day?
90 seconds?
Yes, 90 seconds. So you did not try Chinese Pod Recap? This app, you can insert your learning experience whenever you have even just a little window of time.
90 seconds are enough to go through bite-sized pieces and recap your lessons in Chinese Pod Recap, the app for busy learners that want to use little breaks to refresh what they learned. Chinese Pod Recap synchronizes to your phone so you have what's relevant for you available even if you have no internet connectivity, like on planes or in the deepest tunnels of the New York subway.
老板，我想点水饺，
小姐，你想要几碗？
给我2碗好了，
还要什么？
再给我一盘炒米粉。
So after hearing this dialogue, let's break it down line by line.
老板，我想点水饺。
Sir, I want to order dumplings.
老板，我想点水饺。
Sir, I want to order dumplings.
老板，我想点水饺。小姐，你想要几碗？
Miss, how many bowls do you want?
小姐，你想要几碗？
Miss, how many bowls do you want?
小姐，你想要几碗？给我2碗好了。
Please give me 2 bowls.
给我2碗好了。
Please give me 2 bowls.
给我2碗好了。还要什么？
What else do you want?
还要什么？
What else do you want?
还要什么？再给我一盘炒米粉。
Please also give me a plate of stir-fried rice noodles.
再给我一盘炒米粉。
Please also give me a plate of stir-fried rice noodles.
再给我一盘炒米粉。
So in the first sentence of the dialogue, the customer wants to order dumplings. And this sentence is pretty cool because it's made up of complete third tones. It's all third tones. So we have like a couple of words, for example, boss, which is
老板。老板。So notice that the first word becomes second tone and the second word stays the third tone. 老板. Now I want to contrast this with another word that has 老 in it. How do we say wife? 老婆. 老婆. So the first one is third tone. Second one, second tone. 老婆. So this is third, second, as opposed to boss. 老板. We can hear the differences.
so. Lao is originally third tone. But
老.
In 老板, because it's two third tones, it becomes the second. Okay, good.
Second and third.
Good. And we have another word which is exactly like this, which is 水饺.
Yeah, 水饺. 水饺. So 水, normally third tone for water, becomes second tone, third tone. 水饺老板.
But what happens to the one where we have like 3 third tones together in the middle for I want to order?
Okay. So I want to order, it sounds like this. 我想点.
Okay, so you're making this to a second, third. Okay. It feels like 我想点. Like they're not you cannot phrase a unit with one of these, right? It's like 3 separate words.
Exactly. So in our tone change series before, we talked about 2 words that go together. For example, 老板. 老板 is a phrase, so those 2 have to be together, and the tone change works together as well. But in this case, 我想点, these 3 words are totally separate, so there are no phrases. So 我, I, 想, want to, 点, order. Now, when these 3 words are put together and there are no phrases, the tone change rule is like this. 我想点. That's the first 2 becomes second tone, and the third word stays the third tone. 我想点. Now, I'm going to contrast this with a verb in the next line, which is 你想要. 你想要. So the first one was 我想点. The second one was 你想要.
要. So 你想要.
Second, third, fourth.
So originally 2 third tones, but because the next one 要 is just fourth tone, it's just the normal 2 third tone rules applied here.
Exactly. And sometimes people would say it differently. Like, how would you say 我想点?
I actually ask myself exactly that, because I think I tend to say 我想点. So that's like half a third tone, a second tone, and then a third tone again. 我想点.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Okay.
How do you say 3 nines?
Just 3 nines? 九, 九, 九.
Okay, do it with tone change really quickly.
A lot of students of Chinese Pod tell us while they love to speak and listen to Mandarin, they are a bit intimidated to learn how to read and write in it because of the complexity of Chinese characters. That's why we created the 66 Characters series. Try it and see for yourself.
九九九.
Yes! And then do it with tone change really, really slowly.
九九九.
Yeah, so 3 nines are 3 completely separate units. So that goes 九九九. So that follows the rule we just talked about. 2 2 3. Okay, so I'm going to give you another one. 1999. Okay, so let's say that I was born in 1999. I wish. How would you say that in Chinese?
一九九九.
Oh, you actually did that right. So normally if it's 3 nines, it's 九九九, right?
Yeah.
So if it's 1999, we might think it's 一九九九. 一九九九. Exactly. But then because 19 something something, like 1984, 1942, we put that 19 together.
Oh, okay.
So 一九九九.
So it's not like separate numbers anymore. It's because 19 belongs kind of as one unit together, and then I am left with 2 third tones again. So
Exactly.
一九九九.
1999年, 1999. Or you can say 1984年, whereas those 19 is together, and then you have 2 other numbers.
So let me ask you a question. How would you pronounce 5 nines together?
Oh, I like this one. I would say 99999.
So you're having the first 2 together as one unit, and then the other 3. So the first
99999.
九九九九九.
Okay, next line. 小姐,你想要几碗? So let's contrast that with the first line, which was 我想点水饺. Now we have 你想要几碗?
So it's because yao is just a fourth tone. So 你想 is just the normal 2 third tones together rule. So the first becomes a second tone. And we have two other examples for this one because we have 小姐 and 几碗. So it's all just the normal third tone rule. But what would happen if I put maybe something with a third tone after or in front of 小姐?
Okay, so if it's before 小姐, it would be like a last name. For
Okay.
example, Miss Li, Li 小姐.
So 李小姐
So 小姐 is still together.
still together.
李小姐. Or I'm going to put something after 小姐. 小姐好.
Okay, so now you change it to 小姐好. Okay, so if you add something in front of a unit with a third tone, we're all talking about third tones here, then this first word becomes something like a half third tone.
Yeah, 李小姐.
So 李小姐. Okay, and if you add something after this unit, then with a third tone, then actually the unit changes to 2 second tones. No.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Chinese Pod Trivia. Our first question is, how long will it take you to become an intermediate Chinese speaker using the Chinese Pod app? Is it A, the rest of your life? B, you should already be an intermediate speaker? C, 3 months? Or D, Chinese Pod has an app?
You should already be in.
Ooh, that is incorrect. The correct answer is C, 3 months. That's right. Head over to ChinesePod.com now to register for your access to over 4,000 lessons. Get the Chinese Pod app now on Google Play or the App Store.
小姐好.
Yeah, exactly. Which is hello, Miss 小姐好. Okay, so the next sentence goes, 给我2碗好了. Except actually how I would say it when I order, I would say 给我2碗好了.
So you're saying 2碗好了.
Yeah, I'm kind of separating the units because to me, 2碗 stands together and then 好了.
2碗好了. Okay, so sometimes these rules can be amended a little bit. So we said like, okay, if you have one unit here and then another third tone, then normally what would happen is 2碗好, right? But if you pause in the middle or something, if you highlight things, then sometimes you can kind of make your own units. So for Joy here, it's 2碗好了.
Yeah. 给我2碗好了. Or 给我2碗好了.
And this could happen when you, for example, think, like in the middle of this, you think about something when you have a pause, because then in your mind you're not actually even at the next word with maybe the next third tone or something. So it can be adjusted a little bit.
It sounds kind of complicated, but the general rule is that no third tones will go together. This is the general rule, because then it just sounds like you're rapping. 2碗好了.
Okay.
Exactly. Okay, so if you want to say it all together really smoothly, you can say 给我2碗好了.
So because this 给我 is a very common phrase, we should practice this a little bit more. So let's say I'm a 老板 in a restaurant and I'm asking you what you want. So, 小姐，你想要什么？
给我1碗牛肉面。
还要什么？
给我2盘青菜。
还要什么？
给我1笼小笼包。
还要什么？
给我5颗西瓜。
5 watermelons? 好，全部都给你。
你有西瓜？
Of course we have watermelons.
谢谢。Okay, and finally, we're going to move on to one of my absolute favorite dishes, 炒米粉.
Okay, so we have 3 third tones here together again, and unit-wise, it would be 米粉 is 1 unit itself, right? It's like
the rice noodle.
Oh yeah, rice noodles.
And then 炒 stir fry, 炒米粉. So that's 3, 2, 3. Now, have you ever heard of something called 炒米糖?
like fried rice. Tang is the from sugar, right?
Yeah.
It's like a sweet. Oh, I think I know. It's like rice cake, pressed rice cake.
Yeah. They actually, I don't know if it's always stir fried, but this is sometimes it's kind of like popcorn. It's like popped.
Okay.
And then it's under high heat and it pops into a cake and they put some sort of sugar on it. And this is like a really common street food in China and it's really good. And that tone goes 炒米糖, 炒米糖. So that becomes 2, 3, 2.
So because tang here is only the second tone, you're left with 2 third tones. So this is the normal third tone rule and it's 炒米. So altogether that makes 炒米糖. So after discussing all this, let's go back to the dialogue again.
老板，我想点水饺，
小姐，你想要几碗？
给我2碗好了，
还要什么？
再给我1盘炒米粉。老板，我想点水饺，
小姐，你想要几碗？
给我2碗好了，
还要什么？
再给我1盘炒米粉。老板，我想点水饺，
小姐，你想要几碗？
给我2碗好了，
还要什么？
再给我1盘炒米粉。
So today we learned all about ordering food and third tone changes. You can check out our other tone change series if you haven't seen that yet. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and we'll get right back to you. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Joy.
And I'm Joe.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
As usual, ChinesePod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number 4345. So just go to www.chinesepod.com/4345 and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/4345.
Chinese Pod, Chinese Pod.